Alright, well this is like absolutely terrible lighting, but I need to get recording done today. So I feel like this is kind of gonna be a what did you do this summer video. That's what I'm talking about. There was a lot that happened this summer that I kind of want to talk about. Honestly, it didn't feel like a huge whirlwind until the end of this summer, but I will get into that. Well, let's look at this. At the end of the 2022 school year, 2021, at the end of this last school year, I suffered yet another concussion. This time it wasn't as bad, like not nearly as bad. I recovered from it in, I think it was like just about a month or so. And then I had outreaches that I planned on going to during the summer. Outreach is basically, it's something coordinated through my church. People have VBC, and we were bringing VBC to other areas. And on the first trip that I took, I was experiencing blurry vision again. And the thing was, the blurry vision never went away after the concussion, so I was like, what's going on? Like, it had significantly improved, so I got cleared by the doctor from the concussion. It was still there just the slightest. So my vision never 100% cleared. It came in and out. It was a whole weird thing. It was scary for me because I think I was 4 or 5 hours away from home at that point. I wasn't by myself, I was with a group, but none of my family was there. I started freaking out because I felt funny, and that's typically how you can feel with a concussion. So I had a full-blown anxiety attack, which scared a few people. As soon as me and a few other people figured out that it looked like I had a concussion, I started sobbing. And that morning I had also been experiencing some blurry vision, so I let somebody know. I'm like, hey, this has been going on, and they all knew it had been going on anyway, but it was like, I've got this going on again. So yeah, we got on the phone with my dad and told him everything that was going on, and I was beginning to think that it was an anxiety attack. Honestly, the entire time I thought that I was having anxiety. Like I've said before, I've struggled with anxiety since I was 10, so I've learned coping mechanisms over the last like almost 10 years. I just could not get myself to calm down. Like, I was literally shaking. I was freezing cold and I was shaking, and it was not a cold day. It was like 70 degrees in the building, so it wasn't cold in the least bit. And talking with my dad on the phone, we basically figured out that I probably needed glasses because I wasn't dealing with any like really weird headaches. I was just having the blurry vision. I didn't have any of the super common concussion symptoms. Looking back, it was really funny. It's like, I've just had a concussion and now I find out that I need glasses. And there's a whole bunch of that goes along with it too, because when I was little I had a strabismus. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's I'll just spell it. Because it's a complex thing for me to understand. I don't know how the eyes work together is the problem, and it's different for everybody. So I had surgery to get that done, but then it came back. My family thinks that's part of what's going on. I don't know. But as you can see, I am wearing glasses. Everything settled down after that, and we actually had a really great week. We were only scheduled to be there for a week. When I got back, we had to come back early, and then after that trip, I was feeling kind of yucky, and there had been COVID going around, and I was exposed to it. But it just felt like I was just really tired, and I had the sniffles and a slight cough. I just felt really off. So I took several COVID tests. I wasn't doing the tests right, as it turned out, because all of them were coming back negative, and I was like, what? But all of my house caught COVID. It was just a couple weeks after that, I had another outreach, and that one was really fun. That one, we got to do some great sightseeing. Like, the other place had some really good sights, but this place, like, it had so much water, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. Coming back from the second outreach, because we were coming back during an extreme heat wave. The Pacific Northwest a couple of years ago, I think it was like a little over a year ago or something like that, had an over 100 degree heat wave just at the end of June. And it was, you could bake cookies in your car, it was so hot. And I remember doing a video on that too. The heat wave coming back wasn't nearly as bad as that, but we were caravanning back, and a few of us, it reached some high temps, and Me being a mental prepper, we stopped by a store and I bought like 5 gallons of water. A few of us, I guess we like almost got heat stroke or something. Like it felt like we had heat stroke. Like I got out of the car to eat dinner and I was struggling to breathe. It was still really hot outside and I had more water than I should have without replacing my electrolytes. So I was really shaky and I couldn't breathe and I felt like I was about to pass out and I lost my appetite. I didn't feel good. And then following that, there were some meetings for work that basically the school year was getting started, but for us staff members. So I had quite a few meetings to attend. Pretty much as soon as I got back. It was like within a couple of weeks of getting back. Something that I really wanted to address in the video, and now that I've just gone through the timeline, I'm like forgetting about it. So I discussed a couple of videos ago in a very personal video. I explained that I was put on anxiety meds because of my trauma, and I stopped taking those at the end of June, 1, because I ran out of refills, and 2, because it was time for me, I thought that it was time for me to get off of them and try to manage my anxiety cognitively and not just have a pill managing it at all times. It was a bit of a struggle over the summer, especially at the end of the summer, and looking back, I think I know exactly what was going on, and I'm kind of disappointed that I let that happen. But at the same time, it has given me valuable knowledge today. I had some anxiety over the summer. If you couldn't tell by the fact that I had anxiety over my eyes. Most of the summer, I had an underlying anxiety, like my chest would just feel slightly tight all day long. Apparently those anxiety meds also help a little bit with depression, which I also struggle with from time to time. I have for quite a few years now, I believe. Something like that. I don't know. Being off of the anxiety meds seemed to make it happen more frequently. The feeling that I got from that was just, I had no emotion. I wanted to have emotion about fun things and stuff like that, but I just couldn't. I was emotionless, basically. You know, you guys are thinking, well, you just need to get into therapy and, see a doctor about it. Problem is, I need to find a new therapist, basically, and the place that I've been going to for therapy, they have run out of therapists for new clients because of COVID. So many people have needed therapy after COVID, and it's made it very difficult for anybody to get in. But I am also really glad that I can finally share this with you guys. This summer has just been kind of a huge learning curve, along with me changing jobs, and I do have another alternative for therapy and stuff. It's just a matter of finding the right person. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!
So pessimistic from the past, all the good things end up in casket.